Welcome back, my dear students. In the previous session, we learned about agricultural research institutes in our state and also discussed about modern methods of preparing quality planting materials. Even if we use quality planting materials, the yield may not be good if the soil is not fertile. So, how can you retain the fertility of soil? Yes, if we allow the crop wastes to retain in the farmland and when it gets decayed, it increases the fertility of soil. Also, use organic manure that it is free from chemicals. The nutrients provided by one kind of plant debris is not the same supplied by another. The more diverse the plant debris that decomposes into the soil, higher the fertility of soil. Cultivating pea varieties of plants are more suitable for this. You will realize the importance of pea varieties in our today's session. Before that, let's discuss some of the methods adopted by farmers to ensure maximum diversity in their farm. And first one is intercropping. Short-term crops cultivated along with the main crop that they do not harm the main crop is intercropping. They increase soil fertility. In your coconut garden, you might see pepper. Yes, it is an example for intercropping. The main crop is coconut. Along with it, we cultivate pepper. It has so many advantages. First one is sunlight in the farm is fully utilized. Second one, the nutrients and water provided to one crop is useful for other two. Third one, it increases the income of the farmers. That farmers got income from short-term crop also. Fourth one, producing different yield. Is it clear to all? We can find so many examples around us. Cultivating turmeric along with bananas is another example for intercrop. Try to find out more examples for this. Let's discuss another method, and it is crop rotation. Cultivating a different crop instead of the crop cultivated earlier is crop rotation. Vegetables are cultivated after tapioca cultivation is an example for crop rotation. Advantages. First one, remains of different crops join into the soil and make soil fertile. Take an example. If we are cultivating vegetables before tapioca cultivation, the remaining of vegetable plants is supplied into the soil and it makes soil fertile. Second one, different crops utilize different nutrients, so there remains some nutrients always in the soil. Third one, short-term crop after the main crop increases the income of the farmer. Haven't you noticed pea, black gram which are cultivated after paddy cultivation? What is the benefit of that? Including pea variety in farm is highly beneficial. Do you know why it is? Nitrogen is essential for plants for growth. But plants cannot absorb atmospheric nitrogen directly. They absorb the nitrate salt dissolved in water. Some of the bacteria can convert atmospheric nitrogen to nitrate, like rhizobium. They live in the roots of plants like grams, peas and beans. And this absorbs atmospheric nitrogen and keeps them in the root of plants as nitrate. When these plants decay, the plant nutrients are added into the soil. Crops of next season will utilize them. Let's look some examples for leguminous plants. Please note the type of root of these plants. First one, pea. Mimosa, commonly called touch me not. Horse gram. Black gram. Common tephrosia. These plants helps to convert atmospheric nitrogen to nitrate, and when they decay, the plant's nutrients are added into the soil. I think you got a clear idea about the importance of leguminous plants in agriculture. Let us conclude today's session. Today we have studied about intercrop, crop rotation, and importance of leguminous plants. Now it's your turn. Find out the examples for intercrop and crop rotation. Thank you.